going to talk about the major cause of kidney failure in Nigeria. There are a lot of causes of kidney failures in Nigeria, but today I'm talking about the major cause. Like, if there are 10 people with kidney failure in a room, this cause I'm going to talk about is going to be the reason behind 7 of them. What do you think is the major cause of kidney failure in Nigeria? Let me wait for you to answer. Let me wait for you to guess. Let me give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, the major cause of kidney failure in Africa is high blood pressure, hypertension. Did you guess it right? Well, hypertension is one of the major cause of kidney failure. Let's deviate from kidney failure. Do you know that as an African, we have a very high chance of being hypertensive compared to other continents? Yes, there are many reasons why you are more likely to be hypertensive. One of the reasons is that I'm going to make this so simple so that any layman that is going to watch my video will understand. One of the reason is salt sensitivity. Okay, you guys know, like, with the same quantity of salt in your body, your blood pressure tends, like, your body is so sensitive to salt compared to other regions. Do you get? So if I have maybe 2 grams of salt in my body, and maybe someone from Europe has 2 grams of salt in his body, like, my body says that 2 grams, and my blood pressure will going to go up compared to the other person. Do you understand? Then another one is salt retention, sodium retention. Like, our body retains sodium. This has nothing, like, this is just we being African. Okay, this is our gene. Do you get? So our body retains sodium, and what do you know about sodium? So whenever there is sodium, what follows it? Water follows it. So our body retains sodium, which in turn does what? Raise our blood pressure. What I just mentioned are all under genetic factors. So these genetic factors, this is just we being Africans, like, this is our gene makeup. We can't influence this. Okay, so the factors I'm going to explain again, I'm going to talk about is environmental factor, and these environmental factors we can actually influence it. This has to do with dietary habits. A lot of people, we just learned that because we're Africans, we retain sodium. Okay, we retain salt. So some people still eat lots of it. Why? Do you get? So dietary habits, inactivity, like, you are in, maybe you work, actually maybe you go to an office and your office has you just sitting down, you don't go about. It's not good for you. Okay, inactivity, stress, obesity, all these ones are of environmental factors which we can influence. Okay, if you are obese, you can work on yourself, you can diet and trim down. If you are stressed, you can work on your stressors, you can remove the stressors. Okay, another one I'm going to talk about is socioeconomic factors, which are maybe access to healthcare. This is Nigeria, and like Africa generally, we are developing countries. Like, like Nigeria, let me use Nigeria as an example. We are a developing country, so a lot of people do not have access to healthcare. Even if there is a health hospital close to them, maybe finance is the problem. Okay, we don't have money, we are among the poorest. What I just finished explaining is factors why Africans have more tendency to be hypertensive more than other regions. Okay, so right now we are going into the hypertension and kidney failure, like, how they match. Okay, before we go into it, what is hypertension? I'm going to explain it in a layman's understanding. So high blood pressure is a sustained force that the blood is using to pass through the vessel. How do I explain in layman's understanding that the sustained high force that the blood exerts on the walls of the artery as it's flowing through the blood vessel? Do you understand? Okay, even if you don't understand what it means is, the what you're going to hold on my definition is sustained. If maybe you are stressed, or you went through a lot, and you check your blood pressure is reading 150 over 100, and tomorrow It's because you have relaxed, you have slept, you've checked it is now maybe 121 over 18, it's over 82. It doesn't mean you're hypertensive, okay? Nah, it doesn't mean that. It has to be sustained. Okay, so let's go to how it causes kidney failure. You guys know that the blood vessel, the body has a pressure, normal pressure that the blood supposed to be flowing, okay? But when this pressure goes up, you understand, whenever is elevated, so when the pressure is now so much, it's going to destroy the fragile vessels in the glomerulus. It's going to destroy the podocytes. And let me not bore you with this whole thing, okay? But the thing is that the blood pressure, with normal blood pressure, we know is 120/80, okay? So let's assume the normal blood pressure is 120/80. Whenever the blood is flowing, these fragile capillaries, you understand, glomeruli, the nephrons, they are okay with this pressure. There is filtration, everything is going on perfect. But when the blood pressure goes up, you are seeing 200 over 120. No, you see this fragile capillaries, the podocyte, they're going to be destroyed. And when they be destroyed, they're going to be affected. When they are destroyed, the filtration rate, because it is the kidney that filters, waste. It filters waste out of your blood, filters excess fluid. You're going to put it or urinate it as urine. Do you get? So filtration rate is going to be reduced. I don't know if you understand, but if you don't understand, no problem. The main thing is that just monitor your blood pressure. So what contributes, like, kidney failure causing hypertension causing kidney failure? What are the contributing factors? We have low awareness. Yes, is it lack of awareness? There is one video I saw. They said that some people, they don't even know some people are just existing. They don't know their blood pressure. They don't know their weight. They don't know their heights. And it's true. As a health worker, as a nurse, you sometimes I speak to people. I be like, when last did you check your blood pressure? They don't even know what is blood. They don't even know how it looks like. Do you get? They'll tell you they check, but they don't even know the value. So no, you have to be in charge of your health. You have to know your blood pressure. Okay, check it regularly. Another one is poor hypertension control. Some people, they are hypertensive, they've been diagnosed, they have been given drug, but they don't take it. You have to take your drugs religiously. Adhere to your drugs. If you don't, honestly, at the end, this is not me wishing you bad luck or something. If you do not take your blood pressure is high there, it's going to affect your kidneys. It's science. I'm not wishing anybody bad. That is the truth. It's going to affect your kidneys, and at the long run, you're going to regret why you did not take your drug. Next factor is your lifestyle. Your lifestyle, example, your dietary habits. Like, you have to reduce your salt intake, whether you're hypertensive or not. Okay, so if you're hypertensive, especially, you have to reduce your salt intake. Then your stress, if you are someone that is always stressed, you have to work on your stressors. Whatever that is stressing you, have to work on them, because these are what can predispose you to hypertension, which at the long run, as I explained earlier, they are going to affect your kidney, because they are going to destroy your fragile blood vessels to your kidney that will reduce the filtration rate. Okay, then aside the stress, we have alcohol intake. Okay, yes, when you take a lot of alcohol, it can elevate your blood pressure, yes, which can affect your kidney at the long run. You guys know how I explained it. The next one is smoking. Yes, smoking can elevate your blood pressure. Right now, everybody smokes, both old or both young, everybody smokes. So please, if you know you smoke, you have to find a way to work on it and reduce and finally terminate it. Then obesity too. Obesity is still under the lifestyle. You have to, if you know you're big, you're obese, you have to really work on yourself. Dieting, exercise to trim down, because when you're obese, it's not just hypertension that you can actually get. There are a lot of conditions like diabetes. You can actually be diabetic. Okay, so you have to work on this lifestyle, because they can predispose you to high blood pressure. The next one is genetics. High blood pressure actually runs in families. Yes, if your father is hypertensive or your mother is hypertensive, there is a very high chance that you can you can be hypertensive. So if you know you have this trace in your family lineage, that you have to monitor your blood pressure. Okay, monitor it, and when you will find out you are hypertensive, please take your drugs religiously. We are going to talk about prevention now. So how do we prevent this kidney failure that is normally come from hypertension? Number one is early detection and treatment. You guys know that in medicine, early detection is one of the key. Like, it's if you are detect a lot of illnesses early, it's going to be well managed or cured. So how do we do this early detection? You have to monitor your blood pressure regularly. You need to see, I actually sell this. I sell this blood pressure monitor at just 30,000 naira. So, and me, whenever I advertise this to people, they'll be like, no, no, I'm not hypertensive. I'll be like, when last did you check your blood pressure? Say, no, 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 I've not even been to hospital to show you. Nothing is worrying me. Nothing. Let me tell you something. Hypertension is a silent killer. Like, you don't get most times you don't get symptoms. It's only few people that do have maybe occipital headache or something, but most time you don't have any symptom. Whenever you have symptom is when it has destroyed vital organs. Yes, that is why they call hypertension a silent killer. So please, you need to have this in your house. If you don't, get a blood pressure monitor your blood pressure regularly, whether you are hypertensive or not. Then whenever you find out that you are hypertensive, please take your drugs religiously. Do not run away. Do not miss your drugs. Take your drugs, because if you do not take your drugs religiously, oh my god, the side effects. See, it's not me wishing you bad, but this is just medicine. This is just science. If you do not take your BP drugs, just as I explained, if your blood pressure they're going to destroy those fragile blood vessels, those fragile capillaries, those nephrons. They're going to destroy it, and your filtration rate is going to drop. And honestly, kidney failure, I'm going to make a lot of videos concerning kidney failure. Kidney failure is not something that you share your enemy. Like, it's a lot. It deals with you financially, emotionally, physically, like all dimensions of life. Okay, you're going to regret it if you eventually have kidney failure. So please take your drugs religiously. Then you have to, if you know you are hypertensive, you need to monitor your kidney function. As there's something we call estimated GFR. You have to monitor it, okay, to know if you are hypertensive, especially if you are hypertensive for a very long time before you find out. You might be there. Kidney failure has stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. Stage 5 is the final stage where the patient has to commence dialysis. Okay, so if you know you're hypertensive, we need to check your estimated GFR to know the stage and monitor and live healthy. Okay, so there is actually a lot of things to be said about hypertension, like a lot, but I'm just going to stop here. The thing is that the major cause of kidney failure in Nigeria, is in Africa generally, is high blood pressure. Please monitor your blood pressure. See, kidney failure is not the only complications of hypertension. A lot: stroke, cardiac issues, like a lot. Like, hypertension is really, when they call it a silent killer, they are not kidding. It's really a silent killer. Please monitor your blood pressure. You can patronize me by buying this. It's just 30,000 naira. Thank you.